Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rainy. This is the Enchanted Planner. Today we're planning my August monthly and my catch-all, which is crazy. So crazy. Let's take these off the desks. I have taken off all of the, I gotta find a place to put that. I've taken off all of the sticky notes and grabbed all my boxes already to sort of, well, partly because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do, to be honest with you. I've gone back and forth on about 3 different things for this planner. But then I suddenly remembered, that's Women's Equality Day. We're just going to wipe that out because I don't want anything on I don't want anything on. I suddenly remembered I've been dying to use these sunflowers in here. So that's what we are going to do, is use these babies. And as such, I pulled out Mojo's boxes and we are using those. Isn't that pretty? I thought it was so pretty. And then I pulled out Essential Seasons because I want a birthday sticker, and the autumn in here is a pretty good match. This one, because my daughter's birthday is on the 4th. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to put the boxes down first because, you know, I think we'll put the personal ones down first because I have more of them. So we need, oops, I was going to start over there. I'm like, that's not the first. I did, well, you know what? That's a good point. I did pull out some washi. So I got my wider grids, and then I've also got, not that one, this one over here has some grid in it, because I wish these were sold separately, because all I really want is the grid and the stripe. That's it. That's all I want. I just want those too. Ugh. So I'm thinking maybe we'll bring some washi in. I gotta get a new backdrop. This thing is really beat up. I cleaned out, well, I deep cleaned my office yesterday. I pulled everything out. My back is killing me today, by the way, just so you're aware. I cleaned all of that out, and I had intended on doing the whole, okay, well, it's not coming back in. Like, I'm not going to put back in the stuff I don't want. But my husband showed up a few hours earlier than he was supposed to be from work and kind of messed up that plan. Okay, I think we're going to bring this back a bit. But I want, yeah, I went around and around and around with what to do on this spread because I pulled out, originally I thought, okay, well, you know what, we can pull out the Happy Planner seasonal books, right? But then when I started really looking at them, there wasn't really enough in there to do much with anything that matched. So I was a little frustrated by that. And I went back and forth over doing like some stuff in this. I don't know. Anyways, it might still happen in my, what do you call it? I have another planner, my social media planner. It might still happen in there, but I don't know. I'm just going to give that a little bit of some something by putting it on a little bit of an angle. And then I think we're going to do kind of the opposite on this side down here. I got all this stuff that keeps falling onto my, again, like I said, I got to get a new backdrop. I really noticed how badly this thing is beat up when I had it off my desk, because it's taped down to my desk, so it lives on my desk pretty much all the time. And I was like, ooh, that's looking pretty rough. So time to find a new one. And of course, it's just literally a poster board I grabbed at Michael's. It's nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. Okay, and then we're going to have to do the same on this. There. Hey, give me my washi. You didn't give me my washi. Why aren't you giving me my washi? There we go. All done. Okay, so I got that and that. I don't know, maybe we'll just repeat the pattern all the way down. Although I could come in on this side now, I think. Maybe we'll come in on this side. So starting at the edge there. Actually, I can probably line this up a bit better so I don't waste too much washi, because this is one of my favorite washis. You can't buy it on its own. And I don't want to have to continually keep buying the set of washi when I really only want the grid. Yeah, I really seriously wish we could buy them separately. Just the grid. I like the grid and the striped, and then I'd be a happy camper. Right, so because we're doing that, I gotta go this way. gotta go this way. Sometimes I get very confused about what I'm doing here. Let's do that. Okay. And then we'll do this one down here. Okay, come on, fingers, get out of the way. And we'll trim that off. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to get our angle in. I'm scratching the page. I'm like, I just want the washi to come up. Okay. Excellent. Okay, and then we'll do the last two. So that means that this will come in. Maybe we'll go a bit deeper on this one to finish it off. So let's back it up a bit. Get it straight would be awesome. I'll fix that in a second. Let's just get it down straight on one side so I can fix it from the other. Okay, and then I'm going to lift this up so we can get it aligned properly because it's not quite on the edge of the gut. And how deep do I want this guy? It's still crooked. Why are you still crooked? You're not supposed to be crooked. I've been talking to myself all day. Like, seriously. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's get our little friend like this. I went and saw the gynecologist this morning. It's Tuesday when I film this, and I'm pretty excited about that because I've been waiting for that referral for 6 months. Oops. So I was pretty stoked about that. And we are off to the races, I think, which is good. I haven't had a gynecologist in like, well, what are we in, 2023? Since 2011, I think is the last time I actually saw like a legit proper gynecologist. So I'm pretty excited about that. I like her too, which helps because there's sometimes like, when you get referred off to doctors and you don't gel, man. Your personalities, you just don't match. It's not good. Okay, so that's fun. Get that out of the way. Let's start with the boxes, I guess. So yeah, I went and saw her, and then, like I said, I quite like her, which is pretty impressive because and sometimes like, and because they're referrals, you're stuck. Like you can't do anything if you don't like them. You're SOL, right? It is what it is, which is annoying. I mean, I've made requests before, like I don't like this person, can you refer me to somewhere else? But then you kind of get, word gets out of you being a difficult patient, which really, I'm going to swear for a second here, which pisses me right off because if we were men, we don't get called difficult when we express what we want, right? Again, some of the double standards within the medical professions just drive me nuts. But I'm looking forward to being able to continue to work with this gynecologist because what I went to her for was to see if I could get like a low dose of hormone replacement. Not so much to deal with my like hot flashes and symptoms like that. It's just I do like because I was so early on menopause, I'm at higher risk for osteoporosis, and of course, is also it just gets worse as we get older, man. As our estrogen, and I probably have like zip for estrogen, like in tank. The next one we need is yellow, and that goes on the third. Oh, it's gonna mess up my mojo. So we're gonna move this guy up because I don't want it to mess up my mojo. Well, do I? I don't know how I feel about that. Simply for the fact that it's different. And I'm usually one of those, like, I stay within the lines people. So let's see what happens when I put it like that. I put all those fancy tips on them for nothing then, maybe? I don't know. We'll leave that there for right now and I'll think about it. Okay, so that's the third. And then we have nothing till the 10th, which is here. And we need the yellow one. Yeah, I like that congruency. And, it's just one of those things. Okay, so then on the 11th, we need a brown one. But yeah, no, the visit was good. Like, I immediately liked her. She's like, oh, what brings you here today? And I told her, I'm like, well, I'm hoping to be able to go on to hormone replacement therapy. And she's like, oh, absolutely. I'm like, okay, I already like you because you're listening to what I want instead of telling me what I want, which is what I've come across in other cases with, other doctors I've seen over the years. And some of this is outside of my own GP's wheelhouse because I have a history with vaginal and cervical cancer. So like everybody's like, oh my God. But then I'd start doing the research on it and realize that, I think there's a lot of flawed information out there and I'm looking to be rebellious. It's just the way I roll. Looking to be rebellious. All right, so let's get that down. And then on the 17th, we need another one. And then again, I'm going to cover up my pretty edge, which sucks. Actually, this completely covers up my washi altogether. We might have to rethink some of this because I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like I put the washi down with a purpose to have something that was a little bit snazzy on this, and it's now basically getting all covered up. So I'm going to leave those like that and see how I feel about it. If I can overlook the fact that they're not like the same as everything else. Okay, so that's the 17th. And then I need one on the 18th. So these right here. There is a lot of yellow on this spread. And it's funny because this yellow I don't really consider a yellow. I mean, it is, but it's more in the leaning towards the brown colors. I'd be interested to find where Mojo sourced her color codes from, because I guarantee this probably wasn't what she was thinking she was going to get when she did them, right? Because every printer is different as well, right? Okay, so 18th, 19th, we need one of each. So we're going to go here and then the brown one. Yeah, so I'll keep you posted on the adventure of trying to get hormone replacement therapy. Because me, I look at it and I'm like, I'm the one that's okay. Like I'm good at taking them in minute rest. Like I don't have a history of breast cancer in my family. Plus that study, and this is what I said to her. I'm like, I looked at that study and that study's rather flawed. And she's like, I agree with you on that point. I'm like, okay, you and I can be friends because I do my own research. I'm in the health and wellness industry, right? So I do my own due diligence and I do my own research. And for the most part, I would be sometimes called a difficult patient because I come in there already kind of prepared and I'm like, nope, we are not going that route. So I don't care. I'm going to establish I want to be heard and I will be heard whether you like it or not. If you're a doctor, like, you're going to listen to me or you're going to like, we're going to have problems. Okay, so that's the 20th. Then we need to move on to the 27th and the 28th, which is one of each. And I think there's a few missing for some reason, but I will have to take a look. Like maybe a few of my sticky notes fell off because this looks a bit odd. Oh yes, I don't want to cover up all of the pretties with my pretty washi. Like it bothers me that this is all, like I'm not so sure I'm totally cool with this. So I think maybe I'm going to move these up so we can at least still see the washi. Can I get them level? That would be the good question of the day. It's very hard because it's on grid washi. All right, so then let's do that. Anybody else covering up my washi? No, I think we're good. Okay, so we got to start. Then we're just going to throw down bullet points that sort of represent like, hey, this is payday. We'll put them up in the corners, I think, this time. This is my husband's. And then mine is Mondays, which is Etsy. Come to me. Oh, I was going to say, I was going to put it right on top of the other dot. That wouldn't work. That would be no bueno. Mondays, Monday, and then the little bit that, YouTube gives me usually comes around like the 23rd, 24th. So let's put it on the 23rd. I don't know, it depends on what day of the week. Like it's processed on the 20th, I think, and then it's just whatever happens within wiring. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove this obnoxious background so I don't have to fight with it. If I can get it up. There we go. There we go. So let's just do this. And I'm going to let you guys know, if you're already, listen to this carefully, if you are already on my email list, you already have the free dashboard that I'm giving away. I totally forgot to mention it when I was filming my setup video. But yeah, there is a link in the setup video. So yesterday's video, that has a link for the sign up to get the free dashboard. Now, a couple of things. I will get filtered out to either your junk folder, the hidden junk folder that I have found in both Gmail. There is a hidden junk folder, so you gotta do your drop down on the column there, or your promotions folder. And most likely, I will probably go over to the junk folder. So go in there. That is where you'll find the dashboard. So I have this. It comes up every time we do a free giveaway. But once you're on my email list, I send these things out to you first, and then I announce it to the general public, I guess is probably what we'll call it. So yeah. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm so pretty. I'm so pretty. I don't want to put you down there. I think we're going to go up top. All right, this is where we're going to need some TLC because we're going to get rid of that. And then I need my white pen. Wherever it is. There we go. Because we may have to cover up some lines. But yeah, so if you're already on my email list, you have the dashboard. But if you'd like to get the free dashboard, there is a link for sign up in yesterday's video, which is actually the setup video. Did I say that twice? I don't know. I got brain fog, people. I got brain fog. Okay, so let's get these guys because they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. Yeah, I have been hoarding these sunflowers since I bought this book last year, not wanting to use them because they're so pretty. And sunflowers are one of the things I just love them. I tried growing 1 year ago for my kids, like sort of like, hey, let's do some science and stuff. And bloody snails got to it, which sucked. But what are you gonna do? So, and it was so cute because we took it from a seed and we managed to get it to grow up and sprout, and it had leaves and everything, and then the damn snails got a hold of it, and the plant was no more. But I love sunflowers. I think I want to get rid of this line completely, so let's do that. Let's do that. Bye-bye. All right, so now we're going to get ye old sticker squisher, which is that guy. I don't think we need the sticker picker-upper, but I can pull him out if we need to. Okay, so let's just flatten that guy out. I missed a bit that has to be covered, which is right here. Didn't quite go down far enough. So before he gets adhered to the page, let's fix that. Cuckoo. And I could probably fix a little bit of the Sunday up here. I didn't quite go far enough up here either. Kind of a bummer. I thought I'm close. I'm really close, but I'm not totally there. Okay. So let's wait for that to dry, and then I will do the old sticker squisher. Now, I'm trying to decide if I want to put a sidebar in here or if I want to put like a habit tracker in here. I was thinking about a habit tracker, but the problem is going to be trying to find a habit tracker that is a monthly habit tracker that matches. Because it's an odd yellow color combination, right? I wonder, I just had a thought. I wonder if the journaling book might work. I will be right back. Okay. Great. Thankful and grateful for the stickersearch.com because that website is the savior a lot of the times. Because I was looking for month habit trackers and I put it in there, and the book that came, well, it was a couple of books that came up, and one of them was Good Habits. And then I went, oh, wait a minute. I actually know the colors in the Good Habits sticker book. This one might work. So let's grab the journaling sticker book. Let me actually talk about this for a second. So the journaling sticker book does have monthly habit trackers, but they're quite wide. So I didn't want that. This one, however, has monthly habit trackers that are more sized better, if you will, for the sidebar. So that's perfect. So we're just going to set that sticker book off to the side. I'm going to put this onto the wax paper because I think what I'm going to try and do, like yesterday I had everything out of my office. I started actually creating a video for it too. It's going to take me probably a bit to put it together, but once I hopefully get it all together, I will share it with you guys. But I had like my entire office out of my office, and then my husband came home early because he wasn't feeling well. So I'm like, well, shit, I got to put everything back, which was not my intention. My intention was to like go through things as I was looking at them so I can make a decision on whether it was actually going back into my office or whether it was going away. But because my husband came home early, sadly, I did not have that as an opportunity. I think what we're going to do is grab sidebar, not a sidebar, like that guy. We're going to snick him underneath and we'll put like maybe some gratitude in there or a monthly review, something at the end of the month or the beginning of the month or what have you. Or I could even just note special dates in here. However, back to my purpose, instead of trying to take on everything at once, I think my plan for the month of August is I'm going to spend like, say, half an hour a day just going through stuff and getting rid of the stuff that I no longer need. So that's why I wanted a habit tracker. And then I think we're going to put a floral down here. So we have a general plan. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. Okay, so let's slip him there. Oops. I want him more centered. So let's not have you jump onto the page. All right, so let's get this guy as centered as I possibly can and as close to that flower as or the leaf as I possibly can. Okay, we have him centered, but we don't have him straight. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to slip this one right underneath using him as the guide, like so. Fabulous. Okay, now gang, we just get to have some fun. With the exception, I'm going to grab a birthday sticker. Do I want the dark one? I think I want the dark one. We're going to grab this for my daughter's birthday. And when I was talking to my daughter the other day, I said, your actual birthday is on your actual birthday. She's like, what? I'm like, you were born on a Friday. So her actual birthday is on a Friday this year, which is kind of cool when that happens, right? I want it to hang over. I think I want it to hang over a bit. I'm going to put that down like that. And then we're going to squish it all in. There's nothing else really that works because I took this from, what am I in? The fall section. Because of course, you know, the summer section, this is nice and bright. Yeah, I had every intention on using, what do you call it, the seasonal books, but it just, they weren't going to work. All right, so what about this guy? Let's pull that off and see if he's too big to go there. But he might work that way. Yes, he works that way. I could actually move that down a little bit too and give it a little bit more space. All right, let's do that. Let's take this and we're going to de-stick this a bit because I'm going to have to move them. So I'm going to have to white out lines and whatnot. And let's get him down onto the page. And then let's lift up some stuff here and get rid of these like dark black lines. So yeah, that's pretty much me. I'm excited. I love summer. Like I wish our summers were longer like this all the time. Like this year we've been really blessed because our summer started basically the end of April, beginning of May, and that does not happen often. I think I want to take out that washi so it's not showing through. Nah, it's all good. I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, I wish our summer started like that all the time. This is good for the soul. Like we don't give enough what do you call it? For those of us that live in crappy climates, like where it's rainy and wet a lot of the time, like the sunlight's really important. And that's why it affects our moods so much because half the time we're low on vitamin D. But I get pretty excited about summer as long as it's not super, super hot and humid. I can handle the heat, but not humidity. Like, please keep the humidity. Okay, that is a bit better. Okay, so now we can go on and add flowers in other places, which is pretty exciting. Yeah, so if you're ever stuck and you're looking for something, go to the stickersearch.com because you will find you will find what you were looking for most of the time. It's not 100% foolproof, but it works pretty dang well. Okay, so now what else do we want? We want more flowers. That is a given. It's just I got to find ones that are going to fit and not cause too much problem. And in worst case scenario, we can always cut flowers. I like that actually. So I think we're going to bring that guy in up there. We have we have this one. Hang on a second. Let's take a look at this one. Got to be careful because I got to leave myself enough to get through. That works too. And I don't generally ever have anything on the 26th. So we can definitely pop that guy in there. I think we're going to go, yeah, we'll go to the edge of the page because we kind of went to the edge of the page on these ones. So we're going to go to the edge of the page on these ones as well, which means we are going to cover up this guy. I even pulled out, when I was stuck for ideas, I even pulled out my Happy Planner from last year to see what I did in my monthly in August. And I went, no, I don't want to do that again. Because sometimes I will. Like if I like the spread from the year before, I'll just do it again. Why reinvent the wheel, people? Okay, what else do we need to get rid of? A little bit higher. And a little bit longer. And that should theoretically pretty much do it. I might have to get a bit more, but at least the majority of it's done, so now I can work around that. So we're going to cover up. We're going to go over the washi again because I'm going to pretend like these are popping in from like in front of the washi. That's my mindset. That's why we're thinking this way, which is why I'm not cutting all the washi out and stuff. Otherwise, I would cut out the washi, but I'm not going to worry about it today. We're just chilling, man. We're chilling like a villain. So we need to get rid of this guy right here because there's no real need for this line anyways. We're just going to get rid of him. Like so. Excellent. Okay, so give that a second to dry, and then we'll go back up here. And let's grab our friend. It cannot come off the wax paper for some reason. There we go. We're going to put him here. Hang on 2 seconds, guys. Sorry about that. My headset was dying. I had to switch headsets, so hopefully the sound isn't too terribly different. Okay, so let's squish this guy down nice and flat. It's cute. All right, we do have a little tiny bit of trimming to do. We forgot something, not we, but you know what I mean. Come on, we're in this together. You know we're in this together, right? Let's get rid of this line here so it's not popping through my beautiful sunflower. I actually want to order. I have one of the yellow, one of the, I did green, blue, yellow, and purple are the ones that I bought out of this set because, you know, it was a big set and we had to buy them in bits and pieces, but I do want to buy the other set, like another, I'd love to have the whole set is what I'm trying to spit out that does not want to come out of my mouth. All right, so got some sunflowers. I do want to see if we can bring maybe some of these guys into the actual like main body of the planner, which I think would be kind of cool, right? Got 4 corners thing going on. Where don't we have? We've got space over here. We've got space there. Got a few birthdays in August that I didn't put on here, but all right. I think what we're going to do first is we're going to cut this guy in half. Well, voila. Okay. Because then we can kind of pop in little pieces like so. Okay. What else have we got? Got another one that I can do that with. This one's a bit bigger, so we might have to trim a little bit here and there, but trim this. All right, so now, what about, I got sticker bits stuck to me. Where are you? Oh my gosh. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Seriously. All right. Bye-bye. Go in the garbage. Okay, because we could kind of like pop this guy in right here. And then put another one up over there somewhere. Or do we pop it in? Actually, I kind of like it there. It kind of brings a little bit of balance. Okay, so let's slip that guy down, even though he slipped off my finger, or slipped off the thing. And then we're going to take his other half, which unfortunately is going to be upside down, and maybe pop it there. Yep, that works. Okay, so let's flatten everybody down. Now, we have a couple that are already cut for the side, which is kind of nice, but I'm trying to bring flow. Sounds really ridiculous. It's a planner spread, but let's bring in some flow. Or should I leave those so I have stuff to decorate my currently page with? That's the other conundrum I'm facing. I mean, I have another page, but I'm reluctant to use it because I only have one copy of the yellow. I only have one copy of those guys, period, but I don't know. Let me stand up and have a look. Oh, my back is so sore. Okay, I kind of like it, you guys. I think we need like a little something here and there, though. Like, I don't want to really bring, like, it almost needs something right here because there's this big gap, right? And whereas this side has that as it's filled in. So I think we're going to grab this one. Unfortunately, unless I cut one, I could cut one. Or does it matter? Do I care? Let me see. I think that's good. It's just a matter of if I want it facing like this way or this way. I think we're just going to leave it. So let's put this guy down about here lightly and see what I think of it. Move it down a little bit. There. But now we have some blinds to cover up, so let's get rid of that stuff. And then I think we're just about done. And then I gotta figure out, like, this is my monthly, which is cool, it's out of the way, right? And then I gotta figure out what I'm doing for my weekly. I'm in a little bit of a creative slump, and they come and go. Like, there's some days where I'm feeling super creative, and then there's some days where, nope, I got no mojo. Okay, that's probably about good there. We could go down a little bit further in here. And we're good there. All right, so let's leave that to dry for a second, and let's have a look. Flatten that down. Okay, that makes it better because now it actually looks like we've got, you know, consistency across both sides. And I think we're done. I do. I quite like it. All right, so this isn't the planner it's going to live in just yet, but let's pull out my monthly and put it on here. I'll just throw it on these discs because this is eventually where it will go, like next week. And that's a wrap. Okay, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I think it still needs some more stuff though. I just don't know what yet. It may change a bit after I finish filming because that happens too. All right, let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you're new to our channel, drop us a comment down below introducing yourself so we can formally welcome you into our community. Make sure you go back to yesterday's video for the link to sign up for my email list if you are not already on my email list, so you can get your free Nautical Dashboard. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. Ciao!